don't believe anything. Ever. It's approaching the most dangerous time of the year for gullible NBA fans, such as myself. Smoke screens. They're all over the place. We're already seeing some. In fact, we saw one yesterday. The LeBron James, the Dallas rumors. Did I have some fun with it? Yeah, of course. Did I post some tweets? Did I clickbait a live stream title? Yeah, of course I did. Did we have fun going in the mock trade fanspo thing and just throwing shit at the wall? Yes, it was a lot of fun, but it ain't happening. And it's never going to happen. It's just one of many smoke screens we're going to see between now and really the start of next season. Oh, this team's drafting this player. This team's drafting that player. This team doesn't want to draft. This team's trading their pick. This team's signing this player. This team's trading that player. This team is re-signing this player. This team actually might cut this player. This player was spotted at the local gas station the other night doing some treacherous. This player doesn't want to go to this team. This player hates this player. This player despises this player. These players kissed each other. That one is up for debate. These smoke screens can be dangerous. In fact, I lost $100 last year because of one of these smoke screens. I'll explain that story later. It's important when these smoke screens pop up, especially the LeBron James one from yesterday. Where are these coming from? Who? What? When? Why? It's like a game of Clue. You got to ask all of these questions to try to figure out who's the source. Who stands to gain the most from leaking something like this? The LeBron James stuff, it's clearly LeBron James's camp leaking this information, right? They want to put some pressure on the Lakers. This is nothing new to LeBron. He did it at the trade deadline, putting some pressure on the Lakers to make some moves. It doesn't even necessarily have to be Kyrie. It just has to be something. Or else, hey, you know what? Kyrie wants me to go to Dallas. Maybe I'll go there. Is that going to happen? Fuck no. Why, Mavericks fans? Has anything like that ever happened to us? Never. It's funny because you would see like reports and stuff from yesterday where like legit reporters who are like, yeah, this is probably Kyrie's camp leaking this so the Lakers can get him. Like that way he knows the Lakers, he's not taking a discount to play for Lakers. How does that even make sense? You guys got to get this shit out of your head, man. Kyrie is not going to LA. I'm willing to plant my flag on that hill, okay? It is not happening. You can come back to this if he does. Like in the reports, in Chris Haynes' report, there was a whole paragraph about how the Mavericks, this is such a funny story, by the way, how the Mavericks were making a play to trade for LeBron James during the season when it looked like the Lakers season was spiraling. Why would Kyrie's camp leak that? How does that make any sense? Now, what's hilarious about that and what's so on brand for the Dallas Mavericks is that trade wouldn't have even been possible. Like, considering when LeBron James signed his extension, the first day he was trade eligible was the day after the trade deadline. So it's nice to know the Mavericks were doing their homework on a trade that couldn't even happen. I found an interesting article from Hoops Hype. It's like a year or two old, but I just thought some interesting quotes. They interviewed some anonymous executives, some agents about smoke screens and why they're so effective around this time of year. Here's a quote from an agent. They put smokescreen stuff in the media all the time, the agent said, talking about NBA teams. Then they'll call you and say, the media is always trying to pit us against each other. You can't believe what the media is saying. Meanwhile, it'll be them the whole time. They'll call a media member, and then the media member will reach out to you. Ooh. On trades, there'll be times where we'd have certain articles written about guys to make them look better than they are, to generate interest without saying this guy's available, one executive admitted to Hoops Hype. It's just funny to me that NBA execs are really on Twitter, huh? Like, I always kind of thought that there was like an email chain or something where they're emailing back and forth like, hey, this player's available. Let me know. Hey, guys, hey, taking offers on this guy, like a fantasy football thing. It's funny to me that I would try to imagine an NBA exec hopping on Twitter and be like, oh shit, OG's actually available? Because Bleacher Report said it? Hold on a second. Let's pick up the phones. This one right here. I will shave my head if this isn't about the Dallas Mavericks. Last year, I put out a team that had interest in my player during his free agency. One agent bluntly told Hoops Hype, we knew the whole time we weren't going there, but they had the money and wanted him. We met with them a few times, so we knew we would make it believable to other teams. We used them as leverage. Yeah, that's the Dallas Mavericks. And that's also exactly what's happening with this LeBron thing. The Mavericks are being used as leverage by LeBron James. He's not coming here. It's happened a trillion times in the past. Kyle Lowry did it. I remember when Hassan Whiteside did it. Mike Conley did it. DeAndre Jordan did it, obviously. That's the most infamous one there is. We're not new to this. We are true to this, Mavs fans. We understand. Okay, get your head out the gut. It's fun to speculate. It's fun to have some fun. Right? It's fun to throw some things around, but just remember, you're pretty much being used as leverage. I saw some interesting stuff about draft smoke screens because that seems to be where the smoke screens are the most apparent, right? Teams do not want you to know who they're taking. They want you to get misled. They don't want teams to know. They don't want teams to know if they're thinking about trading their pick. They just, they want it to be a complete and total secret. Other times, an agent will put out a smoke screen to protect their player. One agent recalled such an instance during a pre-draft workout for a prospect in Atlanta. As soon as he hurt himself, we stopped the workout, and he didn't do any workouts after that, the agent said. Because it was in a private setting and not in a team setting, we were able to withhold that information. I think that happens a lot with players and their injuries. I think this is really interesting because there were some reports a couple of days ago that Jarris Walker canceled workouts later in the week, and there were some rumors that he got a promise by a team like in the top 5, but then it came out a few days later that he was dealing with some type of elbow injury. So that's interesting to hear that quote given that context. Here's another interesting one about the draft, and this is why I lost $100 last summer. When you hear the team is high on this or this team is high on that, 9 times out of 10, it's a smokescreen. The former executive explained, it's not that player. Yeah, last summer before the draft, I was in Europe, right? And I was trying to build up some bankroll for my sports gambling, right? And so I put $100 on Jabari Smith Jr. going first overall to win $20. A very stupid bet, but it seemed like such an easy choice at the time because that's what literally everyone was saying. That I thought, you know what? I need to build up some bankroll. I'll just do it. I go to sleep because you're up 6-7 hours ahead. The draft's like 3 a.m. I wake up, I look up, my bookie texted me, hey, are you going to send me that $100? I said, what the fuck? For what? And that's when I realized Jabari Smith went third, not even second, third. So basically, what I'm trying to point out is we're all idiots. We don't know what's going on. None of us know. We're just here. Why are we on this planet? Really, who knows? At the end of the day, it's a